Alright guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and log into my Reddit account and start asking or answering, I'm sorry, a ton of questions which I've been getting, and I figured it's the best way to give a quick video update. Let's see, so I guess I'll start from the top. Very good information, okay. But you don't need to run into right the business will fail. Well, that's true. If the prime problem is running into people who don't know anything about or want to learn anything either. Well, of course, that's pretty much in any business. So yeah, that's great advice there, buddy. Um, Blog would work. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Wow, thanks for sharing this. Okay, how much would you need to get started for something like this? Well, it depends. So if you look at a few quick things like the location itself, you got to pay the first month, last month, security. Sometimes just the first month and security. So let's just say on average the rent is 2,500, 2,000. So right off the bat you're at $4,000 or $5,000 in just rent, and then the build out itself of the store another few grand depending on how and what needs to be done. Which by the way I'm going to go over. So we're going to see all the cost breakdowns of every single thing I get involved in and I purchase, including the flooring, the tiles, etc., etc. So the labor that needs to be done. Um, but yeah, we'll get into that as well. I think around 20K is reasonable. I mean, I've seen Ubik iFix here, and it's insane. They're asking for. But you see, this is how they make their money, and that's why I call myself the 50K guy. And I refer to when I started doing the lead generation, which was on accident, and but you could clearly see here, to get involved. I believe with these guys, it's I'm gonna see. I think I saw it here somewhere. Let's see. Let's see. Careers. No, links about us. Contact us. Well, I'm not sure where I read it, but I know for a fact I read it was over $100,000. And as you could imagine, there's a franchise lawyer. Oh, here you go. How much money do I need to open a franchise? Individuals will need approximately $125,000. That's crazy, guys. You don't need that much at all. I mean, and also they're selling you their branded, not really their brand, but they're buying it off of China and then selling it to you, inventory that they control. So you're kind of like screwed on where you buy your inventory from. So they not only make money off of you on that, but they also make some sort of percentage off of you, uh, down the line by per sale or I don't know the exact details, but I'm pretty sure it's right off the top sales. But yeah, this is just ridiculous, guys. This is just no way. I could build a McDonald's literally with that much money. I can, and it's not. It doesn't cost that much at all. So let's just continue on. Um, this guy was pissed because he didn't want to go through my history. Okay. Second with you did a great motivation. Great job. Good for you. I entertained the idea of opening you big franchise, but decided not to. I'll be watching out for your post. That's smart because they got a franchise lawyer involved. I've spoken to a few of them, and these guys they're just out there to make some money, man. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're milking it right now, and it's one of those phases that take off, and unfortunately, right now it's just a hot business, and it's gonna definitely pay off. Working through what you're doing, extend to follow your journey. Yeah, well, I don't know why open a location. Why open location? What could you need there that you just couldn't do for yourself? I don't know yourself. Wait, so dude, that's like asking why open a McDonald's when you could just make burgers out of your house. It doesn't work that way. People feel more comfortable going to an actual location where they can get a good experience and they know that there's professionals there that are doing it. I wouldn't feel comfortable going to somebody's house to do a repair or meeting somebody at a coffee shop to do a repair versus going to an actual repair shop. That's where the difference is. So now you might know everything, you might be even better, but that doesn't take away from the fact that you're not going to an actual place, a physical place where you could walk into and experience customer service and see a tech, see some certificates, whatnot. That just kind of helps. So Yelp reviews posted, and you get the point. I already started watching videos and learning some basic shit. That's great, man. Good for you. Hi there. Thank you so much for your post. Business venture. Okay, yeah, you picked a great location. 1875 median income of 70,000. That's really good. With traffic counts of 45,000, that's okay, but it's still decent. Those sounds like good numbers, but I have no idea what's good or bad. For which capitalized market, so but I would ever own a business to. I don't know where to begin financially or how to organize. Well, look, guys. So this is a question that a lot of people are asking. If you don't have the money, then partner up with somebody that does have the money, and that's number one. Number two, if you don't have the credit, partner up with somebody that has the credit. And number three, and this is the most important one, I really, Mark Cuban always says this: loans are not meant for everyone, and it's just for this type of business, you really don't need that much money. And again, I'm going to get down into the details of the cost and all later on. I think that's going to be phase 3 or 4, where we get down to the cost, um, you know, um, in this journey of ours. But what I really want to point out is, you know, you need to maybe perhaps get involved in working at a phone repair shop. Start off by watching some YouTube videos, or go to. Uh, if I were you, and if I knew there was a hot business, I'd literally pay somebody to just sit there and watch. And that sounds really weird, but I've done so similar things like that before. It's like getting to spend time with, uh, you know, Elon Musk, for example, for an hour. How much does that value worth? What do you learn from him? What are his ethics? What kind of things does he? What does he focus on? But in this case, you know what you're already focused on. You're working on. You're trying to learn this business. I guarantee you, there's so many mom and pop stores that are doing repairs and they need employees all the time. You can easily get involved. So I really suggest you save up money, and that's the way to go. Okay, that is just the number one way to go. Yeah, I do recommend you keep researching this. Yeah, just keep following my posts. I think that'd be great. You'll learn a lot. Um, you don't have to start right away. No, this industry has been going on for a few years now. It still hasn't taken off, believe it or not. I think it will in about 2 years. It will take off, where you'll see one literally all over the place. Um, Good luck, Corey. This will be interesting. Outsource. Okay, will you outsource the fixing or will you do it alone? This all depends. If it's like iMacs and MacBooks, which are very hot, I have statistics on that too, by the way. MacBooks are extremely, extremely hot right now. When people break them, they want it. They can't live without it. But there are certain cases where um, there's that one guy in New York that does them. I've always seen his videos here and there on Reddit. His name is Lewis something. He has that one repair shop. I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. If not, just Google him. You'll see him. But there's people that can do uh, extreme repairs that go into board repairs and circuit repairs, which is what he does. For that, you want to outsource if you can, because it's just time consuming unless you could do it yourself and learn all that. But if you want to stick to the basics like keypad repair, I don't know, screen crack repair, hinges fell off, broke off, whatever, charger port, little things that you can just do yourself. Those are extremely easy to do, and the margins aren't that as good, but still they're there. The margins are there. What would you say the minimum size of a city or town open a repair store? 50K is perfect. Anything above that is really good. And if you're 25 minutes away with 100K, 180K, I think I messaged you before. You should balance out in between to see if the rent at the space that you have, the town that you have that has 60,000 people, is the rent, much cheaper versus where the space that you have 100,000 people, almost triple, and is the rent close to, uh, you know, um, a sensible rent amount, which makes sense for you. You have to kind of balance that out. Ramadan Mubarak to you too, buddy. How can I subscribe and follow you? Snipple215 is my Twitter. This guy's awesome. Uh, Silverback Secrets. I like that, buddy. This is cool. Uh, what's your hourly wage, would you say? Um, what do you mean by that? My hourly wage? Oh, you mean as in employees working? Well, you need to be careful here. You gotta abide by the state laws, obviously. Pay hourly, whatever the laws are, and you need to pay some sort of commission. That's something we're gonna get involved in later on as well. If you show the whole post on your homepage, it will potentially cause SEO duplicate content issues. I would always recommend. I have some guys that work on my site. Still take care of that later on, buddy. No worries. Hearing this on the margin should be good. Yeah, I could explain that. But for example, I know how to fix my phone. I've replaced one 3 times now, and I'm an idiot dropping a lot. Buying a good read good screen will set me back about $50. When I go to a GSM repair shop, it will cost me about 150 bucks. So that's like 50 to 100 bucks on each phone. Is this really enough margin to run a business? Yes, it's absolutely enough margin to run a business. You have to understand. Look at your local grocery store. People are living off of, and I'm not talking like WalMarts and huge grocery chains. I'm talking like, just your average grocery store on the corner. They're living off of a few cents, off the dollar. So anywhere, if the margin is 50 or above, that's really good. Okay. Um, in the cell phone business, it's actually around that much right there. It's on average, and then it goes all the way up to 200-300 bucks. But this is something that's very doable. Can you elaborate on how you would get customers? Oh yeah, there's tons of ways. First of all, we have Groupon, we have Yelp reviews. You can advertise on Facebook, AdWords. Flyer all around your neighborhood. Get a bunch of Mexicans and have them wear costumes and do things outside your store. Man, there's a million things. I'm a marketing guru. I'll get to that point later on too. I'm not worried about that. That's the least of my concerns. Also, since I know how to fix these phones, do you want to make start something like this from your home? Sure, why not? Do that. Or maybe you could join iCrack.com. I believe they hire people and you could go and do repairs for people once they approve you. Simple. This might actually be motivating you to pursue. Yeah, good job, man. Thanks so much for this quality post. You're welcome. I have no background in business, and what I live I learned via was working at a cafe. Open a business doing brand design and possibly my own special coffee shop at some point. So this is all very helpful. Great, that's good for you, buddy. Awesome read so far. Okay, remind me one me. First, put on some good music. Creed, you're trolling, right? No, I'm not actually. I just like that song, My Sacrifice. Bookmarking, can't find the save button on the mobile site. I don't know what you mean by that. Competition section, you won't be using a franchise. How will you determine which parts to buy? Well, which parts to buy is determined according to what is in demand. So, in the beginning, obviously iPhones are 100% in demand. So, I'll give you some insider information. 90% of the business is going to be iPhones. That's for sure. Um, and they're not going to stop. It just keeps going. And so you buy parts for that, obviously, more parts for that. And there's not many people doing Galaxy, Samsung phones and whatnot. So if you have those as well in stock because they cost more, you'll be better off in getting more business. Will this market insight you'll be getting from your friend who owns phone repair shops? Yes, I've given him more information than I've gotten from him, other than the financials. But being in the wireless industry, I've learned a lot because don't forget our existing stores used to have operators, and they still do, that actually do repairs. But customers don't tend to really go to the store. I mean, do you really go to your Sprint, Verizon, or T-Mobile store or AT&T store to do a repair? It doesn't work that way, really, right? You just go there to buy your phone. Was the lease a 1-year agreement? I actually working on that still. Your goal always should be to do a 1-1-1 or maybe a 1-1. Most landlords don't like doing small term leases. Usually we do. All my retail stores are 3-3-3 or 5-5-5, meaning I have the option to renew at the end of that term. But for this, yeah, you want to start off with a 1 year because this way you can test it out and see, make sure everything's right. And you could do maybe multiple of 5 1-1-1-1s. So, that could work out. Could you talk to the population of the state overall? In consideration of the area city you choose, perhaps it doesn't matter. Well, you need to make sure you're focusing on the right neighborhood. That's mostly Caucasians, upper class, higher middle upper class areas. Lower demographics, no, it won't work. I take that back. It does work, But the way it works is, and I'll give you a perfect example. Um, Most of our stores are in very tough neighborhoods, and they do really well there. But that average customer will actually come into the store if they break their phone and buy a new phone, even though they have less money, or sometimes they don't even have money. And the richer neighborhoods in the richer areas, they're the ones that use the coupons. Believe it or not, they're the ones that have all the money in the world but won't go buy a new phone. They'll just go and replace, or I'm sorry, repair their phone. So it's strange, but that's just how it works, and that's a very important note to keep in mind. Want to say thanks for your post regarding starting repair, but I'm smallish about 70K, usually college students. College students stay away from. They don't have money always. City that's part of good metropolitan state. Starting a phone repair business. Details. So many details. Well, details are coming, buddies. Just keep watching. Use RSS feeds. I've never used them. Honestly, I don't know how that works. Cool stuff. I like it. It's neat and see pictures of the actual sign of the building. Remind me of Pat Flynn. Your business, how much cash you have on hand, and start business emergencies could go wrong. Well, the only thing that could go wrong is really not being able to pay rent. There's nothing else that could really go wrong. What else could go wrong is if you screw up a customer's device. But that's why you have a good contract, which I'll provide as well down the line, that you get a good lawyer to write up, which you make sure the customer signs on and agrees to. That if something does go wrong, look, you got to take care of your customer. So if you have to pay for it, you have to pay for it. But you're not responsible for like data loss or something, and that can't happen. As a way of background, I write newsletter improving out for case studies right up your alley. I'm straight, dude. Thanks, though. Very interesting start. Okay, can't thank you enough. Great job. 40 minutes from your location. Oh, nice. Where you're at? Hey, man, this is sick. That's cool. Actually, looks like you're sharing. Would it be possible in towns? Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. This is good. Keep the great work. Thank you. By the way, so I read your post on your list web development. I was wondering how do you do this with this method. I'll save that for another time, buddy, but it can be done. I just saw your post on Home Repair Business. I released a unique product. Have your yeah, if you want me to look into something to invest in, just send me a tweet or a PM, man. I'm always open to that. This is really cool. I'm a PhD student. Would you mind if I spoke to some point about the whole project? Honestly, I would mind because I'm just so busy, dude. This should help. I don't know what we're talking about. Oh man, I can tell this is good to be good. Rick rolling us about on the about page. What are you talking about, man? I have no idea what you're talking about. Somebody go visit the about page and see what he's talking about. All right, let's continue on. Hello from Marlton. I actually responded to that saying hello from if you guys remember that cartoon movie, uh, the ones that were in the army or something, and they made fun of King Jong Un back then. I don't know if you guys remember. Congrats to your really interesting. I have no interest in opening a repair store. Plus, I live in college. Listen, you don't have to open a repair store, but at least this could give you the steps on, starting some sort of business. You shouldn't really ask people to search your history to find out information you're posting about. Actually, I think I should, because it's the only way someone has credentials. Because I actually posted proof, and many of the guys went through it and saw it. Um, uh, how long a period have you been making 50K? Oh, that's nothing, dude. I don't make that at all. I make much more. Just finished looking through it, and it's pretty decent. Unfortunately, around here, I live around 10 repair shops within a mile radius. Listen, if there's 10, there could be 11. You're the one that needs to come out and do a better job in owning your community, owning your mile, your 2 mile, your 3 mile radius. And many have shut down due to the market being oversaturated. Well, then maybe you're in the wrong city. Focus on another area. If there's in like Times Square, there's like 10 or 15 McDonald's. They're also crowded next to each other, but there's also a lot of population, a lot of people visiting. It makes sense there, but not. Is it the best idea to do that and open one there, whereas you could open one in a small town with only maybe 50 to 100,000 people and still make a lot of money? That's something you got to figure out. I'm interested, especially in the lease process. Wife grew the same thing. Her landlord is. Oh yeah, I'm like the master with dealing with leases, dude. You'll see how I work this out. So far, we're at $3,200 is what he's asking for. I'm probably gonna get down to at least $1,000 less. That's for sure. I'm always curious. It's usually in a domain I'm not passionate about, which hobbles my drive. Like the house cleaning one, I can see the market for an upscale area, but I couldn't sell it if I had to. Sorry, man. You got to figure out what you got to do. Fucking Cohen exposed it all. Did your mate only get paid as director of his company? I had a quick look at the financial. He didn't make much first. He had lost a bit second. I saw you paid officer 80K through, and I'm wondering where he got it paid. Listen, honestly, I don't know how he paid. Look, there's when you are a business owner and business owners out there that know this, there's a lot of loopholes, and you can structure the way you want and do things, from not paying yourself to paying yourself, or spending money on expenses and whatnot. The list goes on. But this was just one location that of his out of the four, so I shared that. His income showed over 200K. But again, there's a lot of loopholes which I don't want to get involved in, but that's why you get accountants and good ones too. They tell you what to do and how to do things. I also really appreciate the video on your about. I don't know what video you're talking about. Somebody go on the about page and see what he's talking about. This is looking to be really helpful. Great. Okay, this was a good post. Anonymous sweater. Oh, I got gold. Good job. If you decide to do a vlog, look, I don't want to get myself on camera, man. That's not what I'm trying to do here at all. I like your submission. Oh, another goal. That's good. Quality post. Check out Cedars. Oh, I know about this. It's just that in America we don't have that, so it's only available, I think, overseas. Looking forward to following this. Okay. Hi there. Just came across a post. Comments. I noticed you offered to fund a website idea. Yeah. Oh, by the way, if anyone has a good website idea, or ideas are just ideas, um, or some sort of app that you want to get involved in or work on, or project, anything, just shoot me a message. I'll fund if I like it. Thanks. Looking forward to it. My biggest issue at the moment is lack of funds. Knowing this now will help you in the future. Listen, that's why I'm making sure that whatever I do is going to be done at a very low scale, not trying to blow things out of the water. And I want to walk you through it. I have actually project managers that do this for me, but I'm actually involved in this one to do a good job in showing you guys how to do this. It's excellent, bro. 1-6. I understand why you choose to form a business aside from the fact that you always wanted to do it. Oh, good for you. See, you figured it out. Hey, my name is Logan. I saw your post. I'd like to see how you're doing business. Moved in Bangkok, Thailand. Oh, man. Good luck to you, buddy. Will you be sharing the research you usually deciding to start a business? Went to it, or just you decided to start a business because that's what you always wanted to do? Well, both. I've done my research and done the studies. Honestly, there's a lot more to it. You can do all the studies you want, but I really don't believe in that. I think there's more to demand, okay, and sometimes studies don't show that. Um, I've seen that happen many times. Things look good on paper, but in reality, it just doesn't work out. For example, hey, people love pizza in this area. There's over 300,000 people. Let's open a pizza shop, and guess what? It doesn't do well. There's so many little things, man, that go into a business being successful. But yeah, there's demand for this, and I've had insider information, so that's why I also have some kind of advantage on that, and I'm sharing that with you guys. So yeah, that works. Cool. Can't wait. Remind me. I throw a basic site. Yeah, I did that already. WordPress. Remind me. Great post site. Remind Mubarak to you too, buddy. My name is Kai. Free mentorship. Can I be mentored by you? No, man. I don't have time. You should go watch Ty Lopez. He'll mentor you pretty good. He needs that money for his cars. We'll be following for sure. 20 years old here, looking for a start business. Tattoo this. Listen, I'm with you, buddy. I'm just not that guy that can sit behind and work out of a desk or work for someone. With the business, you have so much cash flow. You have so much money. You can do things all the time. You create your own rules, and you're your own boss, man. It's the best feeling. Funny how real business owners all complain about there aren't enough hours. Oh, this guy's a negative guy. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, if you don't like my stuff, man, if you think I'm just bullshitting or playing around or scamming, don't bother. Just move on. He actually pulled the plug before I did. I know it's business similar to his, and I always thought it was a neat idea. I also doing a hand-picking fights, maximum. Oh no, someone else talking about something else. 50K, what sales, gross profit? I already went over that. So, new subreddit. I'm not starting into a new subreddit. I'm sorry. I think the blog is more than enough. Yeah. Send me that rough draft for your proposal, buddy. I just posted to get the love. Maybe off top, but anyone has this. Fictional ebooks. What? Wrong message in the wrong thread, buddy. How can I subscribe? Snipple215 is Twitter. Again, I'm rating big picture here. How do we follow? No, you got it. No, I really often enjoy posting about Legion guy. Oh, nice, man. 5,000 downloads. It's not bad. I'm not looking for keys for the joiner. I have a friend of mine that has some a third-party Shopify apps, and he does really well. The kind of content you share is exactly what I'm looking for. Would you be enjoying? No, thanks. Okay, to be honest, I don't have a laid out business plan. You don't need a business plan. God, let me tell you guys something. Business plans are scary. They they're good to kind of visualize things, but really, I'm just the type of guy that just never did those, man. I don't know. I get scared of those. I've been looking into marketing company and stuff like that. I have someone account on vice versa from there. You see? Oh, whoops. Yeah, yeah. Just submit your stuff. I like the idea. Cool, and break down some video, stay stuff. My name is Nick Neo. I saw your recent post. Scratch and looking on my website service, find cheap flights. Over another guru who's in Ty Lopez. Yep, that's me. Would you consider making a vlog, set video private? No need to make it private, but whoever watches, watches. I've been following you for some time. How would you start lead generation website? You know what? I'll work on that later on, buddy. I will definitely will. I read your comment on this post. I found it interesting. I was hoping you could offer some advice. I'm always thinking about life goals. Okay. What kind of retail? Wireless? Hi. I also have restaurants as well, and so it's not just wireless retail. Hi there. I just read your post on entrepreneur in regards to people. Time for that. Yeah, man, just be good to people. If I'm near Orlando and I just saw a video of 200 plus Muslims that showed up to pray, hey, that's a good thing. As a Christian, it made me cry. Of course, listen, we believe. Do you guys realize that Muslims believe in Jesus, in Moses, and Adam, and all of them? We can't be Muslim if you don't believe in them, And so I think people don't know that. And Islam isn't anything new. It's actually been there since day one. It means belief in God and His messengers, His prophets. And yeah, that's that, man. It's one of the only holy books that says, if you kill one innocent person, it's like killing all of humanity. So all these phrases are taken out of context. If you really go read and Google and find out what it's saying, you'll see that it's really taken out of context. A lot of these things, So please, guys, just don't start hating on us. We're good people. What sector of retail are you in? If you mind me asking, is wireless? Does Frank reading? Are you serious? Any solid discipline tips? Yeah, just be nice to your mom. That's all that matters. Fan of your earlier post. Are you going to do a lead generation site sample for us? Oh, sorry. You know what? I don't want to be rude. So yeah, discipline tips. For sure, you have to be nice to your mom. I think her blessings really help. But you need to, have a good use of your calendar. You need to make sure you're allocating enough time for every little thing that you're working on, prioritizing things the right way, making sure you're getting up early, and stop hanging out with friends all the time. I'm not saying not doing it at all, but limit. I know hundreds and thousands of people. You know how many friends I have? My two brothers. That's it. It's very actually I have two or three other friends, but it's very rare. And people come to you a lot once you change in your lifestyle, and you have to be, you know, careful there and see, who's really your friend and not. But majority of my friends that I knew all poofed and disappeared. That was from high school and college, and you know, I guess that's just how it is in life, right? But who cares? Move on, man. Fan of your earlier post. Are you going to lead your sample for us? I definitely will. Where are you located? Where are you located, friend? I have a few houses. I live in Florida. I have a house in Jersey. I also have a house in New York, and I also have a house in California. Candy subscription box. One-off orders. Trying to make no money. I have no ads on else. Oh, I think we're done. All right, so that wraps up the video. Oh, that's a good 30 minutes. Oh, we got two more questions. Let's see. Has the Bible start a business something I can do? call my own. I was wondering if you would take me under your wing and possibly lead me into doing something I love, financially stable for me and my family. I know you currently have a lot on your plate, but single father, I don't have luxury apart from you to join the company, at least around for the start. I read the majority of your posts. I would like to thank you for at least taking that. If you read my old post, there was a guy that posted, he was in a desperate situation. He was in somewhere in Ohio. They just had robbed him and everything. He ended up coming and working for one of my operators in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I booked a ticket for him and everything, his family, everything. Paid for his furniture, his moving, all that. Just wanted to help him out. He actually posted. You guys can follow up with it. If you go back on my history, you'll see. He thanked me down the line, but he ran his own. He worked for somebody, one of our operators, and then now he moved to Indiana, where I have stores as well, in Indianapolis, and he's running his own location. He just took over about a month ago, I believe, and he moved his entire family there, and now he is his own businessman. Here he was living, barely trying to surviving, and now he's doing really well. So if you want to be part of my organization, I have no problem. Actually, my repair shops will become somebody else's. I don't want to be dealing with employees and whatnot. I'd rather just run it, make it profitable, and then give it to somebody to run and let them make a good 80-90% of the profits and give me a small cut, and I'm happy with that. Just my 2 cents when leasing a space. I've negotiated for a lease in the past 5 years. I've done over 200 in the last 10. One for a church and 3 for business, one of which is a cell phone repair shop. I'll negotiate another deal. Never pay what they ask. Yeah, that's always a good point. Always offer less than what you are willing to pay. Also a good point. That applies to pretty much everything. If they don't want to lower the price, accept, but request the craziest remodelations, accommodations you can think of. Request a new AC, new carpet, new walls with outlets, bigger bathroom. Well, it's common. It depends. Some landlords are willing to build you out a nice shell and give you, and in the lease they'll put a working HVAC. I'm not sure about a brand new AC. That rarely happens. And a bathroom that's compliant with the city. Or tell them you'll take it as is, but you want the first month of free rent. No, you don't need to. Just first months of free rent? Oh, I'm going to be aiming for. I've had a deal where I did a 1 year free rent just for putting in an HVAC. I have managed to get the first 3 months for free, except on one of the leases I didn't much work. Yes, on average, you should get around 3 months free. That's very, very common. Matter of fact, I have a lease sitting right in front of my face for a mall that we're working on, and we were able to get 2 months free. Malls usually don't give you months free, but it is what it is. Be willing to walk away. I use the phrase honesty and certainty when realtor hit this space is above our budget. The only way we can lease is if we get the first 2 months waived at the rent X amount. Yes, you need to be blunt, and you're going to see that in my blog post that I'm going to play that type of game with this realtor and see where it goes. Let them know you are starting your business, that you can commit to 3 years or less. Well, many times if you say this right there, starting a business, they don't want you. So you got to be careful. It depends. I know realtors, including myself. If somebody approaches, I have some buildings that I bought in over time that I was renting from, and I actually would rather deal with somebody that I know would work with me on a long-term basis than a short-term. So if somebody usually says they're a brand new business starting off, I'd rather wait on somebody that has experience or has done it before, has more locations, and is growing, than somebody taking on a brand new business, and it's just riskier for the landlord. Okay. What you could always do is also put a clause in there to leave with a 6-month notice, 3-month notice, which we'll go over that as well. Put yourself in their shoes. If they don't have to put money, if you pay on time, don't cause any troubles. They want to keep you. Usually landlords raise the rent. Yeah. Well, it's common. It's not just landlords. It's just every year it's anywhere from 1 to 3% increase. That's on average. Some landlords charge you also based on sales, so you have to be careful on what you're reporting and doing. When making offers to neighbors, how long the space has been vacant, and also a rule of thumb, it is something that I've noticed. So I have structured my ideas more clearly. I'm working on. I'm not a realtor nor have experience, but just want to input. Yeah, man, this is great advice. I'll definitely be touching up a lot of these topics when I do my blog update and when I counter propose on the lease. And I'll mention a lot of these things as well, and some other tactics as well. So yeah, I think that's it. Nice, you found a way to sell money. What? I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's making fun of me. Is he mocking me? Is he being nice here? I don't know, dude. And guess what? I don't care. But I just want to end the note on saying this was a long update. It's 35 minutes now, and I gotta go work on my other projects. Um, I'm actually working on a tutoring website right now, and yeah, that's it. If you guys have any more questions, comments, just keep PMing, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.